The payment will be carried out over a year in the following manner. That is a direct award for the very St. Jude the box. And I'll come to the other buildings in a while. First and foremost, at 10% built into the contract. Within the first 3 months of signing the agreement, 26,882,000. Laissez lisser ça. 3 mois après vous te signé là. Laissez lisser pour payer contracteur presque 27 millions de dollars. And you know what is hurtful, Mr. Speaker? That amount, that payment is not tied in with the percentage completion. There is no collaboration. There is no nexus. There is no connectivity insofar as the agreement is concerned between paying 1/3 of the money, 1/4 of the money 3 months after, and the performance of the contract. Nothing at all. So after 3 months, we pay them 26 million. After the second quarter, 10 million. The third quarter, 18 million. And the last quarter, 14,778,000. Now, hear this, Mr. Speaker. Hear this well. See how the atrocities against this country are compounded. Compounded, Mr. Speaker. Having built in a 10% interest into the contract, it says here, in case of late payment of any invoice submitted by the company, the client shall pay. You know, Jesus, man. The client shall pay interest of 1% per day. Per day. So, Mr. Speaker, you have the 60-something million that the contract was worth. They added interest into it. Yes. And if they send an invoice that includes interest already, you now have to pay 1% interest per day on the interest already calculated within the amount. Oh, Lord. I see our accountant general here and I know his heart is being torn apart. Because you cannot believe anybody would do that. I know that. I know that. It's torn apart. Who in their right minds can think of that? 1% per day? 1% per day? No, I'll make it a document of the house. Where were you when that was that being done? 11 days before election. Good. You already blew. You are torpedo them already. No, they are torpedo you already. So, Mr. Speaker, hear this well. Hear this well, Mr. Speaker. We have a $64 million contract. Man, this is an atrocity. You have a $64 million contract. You build 10% into it already. After 3 months, I have to pay you 26 million, which invariably means I'm already paying you interest. And hear this. For every day that invoice is late, I have to pay you another $268,000 per day. You know, and you want to come here and parade on the altar of being Mr. What? What guru? No, there cannot be a point of order. There can only be a point of disorder. You know? I mean, Mr. Speaker, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. You have a DFC. You have a DFC where people are collecting interest payments before they're entitled to anything. You have another contract sent to the Attorney General, and I suspect the Attorney General at the time, He felt this thing was so hot, he dropped it like a hot potato. Laissez lycée, l'attorney general a joint ça, yo di vet li. Il dit bon Dieu, bah ça toi chaud, bligi bligi la j'ai à tête. Non, pas ça. Ça va pas de gars même vin pour. Mais non pas de chebe il a j'ai bligi. You know, you build 10% interest into a contract, and you are now saying that if an invoice is late 1% per day, so on the first invoice, Mr. Speaker, if the payment was late by 1 day, $268,800 a day. 1% a day. So if that, Mr. Speaker, that invoice is 10 days late, another $2.6 million for lateness. And we are paying interest on interest. You know, why you do that to the countryman? Why? You know, Mr. Speaker, it's time we enact legislation. Crimes against the state.
If we had made the decision from day one when we went in there, by now, St. Jude would have reopened.
Si moi pour faire crime, n'a fait crime moi-même.